Hello and welcome back to Rei-Jin-G-Lu-P. So last time we went through with our plan to accuse Kaori of being our seer view as a wolf, and then Yudai said not so fast. He thinks there's a 70% chance that we're a wolf and he wants us lynched instead. This is our counter argument to that. Alright, so this is basically a list of our views and who we think the roles are.
これが現状です。丸は確定で、三角の4人が自称である僕と吉嗣君、そしてそれに正体を指定された2人。
Oh, the triangles are self-complained. Okay. So he thinks they have a guaranteed win, even if you don't believe his claim. This is interesting. Let's see.
三角を全員信用するならば、狼の容疑者は現在5人。人確定が
Yeah, but he doesn't trust the triangles.
完全にタイです。
Where are you going with this?
人は容疑者からくくっていき、狼は人確定から殺していく。結果、これはわかりますね。ところがこれだと、最悪の場合、つまり、織部香織さん以外の狼を当てられず、逃し続け、昼の段階で、人側の数と生き残った狼の数が、
See, I don't think that's true.
この瞬間、
Unless,
人の負けが確定します。
because here, because I remember this from before, it was mentioned that if two people are tied in voting, they both get lynched. Wait, hold on. So, okay. So the wolves are outed, let's say. There's 3 wolves, 3 humans. If the wolves are outed, they out themselves, and they're all voting on the same... So then 2 people die, 2 people die, 2 people die. I guess you can never win. So yeah, the humans are defeated, but the wolves are also kind of defeated, because they just keep voting on each other. So like 2 people die every day. Okay.
投票で過半数が取れなくなるから。
その通り。そして実際は名簿を生かしておく場合、最終的に狼に味方して投票する可能性が極めて高い。
Yeah, but that's still the problem of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I thought we were even. So even if we get down to 8, he was saying like he was guaranteed a win if he gets down to 8 with Mako, but it's not because it's the same problem. To where you get 4 wolves votes, 4 human votes. If everybody knows which side they're on, like they're all outed and voting together, then you can never get a majority. The wolves can't get a majority either. So it's different from a normal werewolf game, where usually if it evens out like that, they just give the win to the wolves. But the game doesn't end, I don't think, in this, so...
「もしそうなれば、狼足す名簿になった瞬間、人の敗北。今日、名簿か狼をくくらない場合、即座にその状況
Well,
に
you're just in the tie situation. You gotta explain to me how this tie situation gives you the win. He was arguing this before, too, and I don't think it's the case at all. And there's also a big problem with this argument. Like, Yudai is saying, actually what he's arguing right now is more arguing for his lynch. Because like I've said before, usually when there's a seer claim in werewolf, there's a seer claim. A seer says, hey, I found a wolf, it's this person. You lynch that person first, and then because you have time to see, oh, that wasn't a wolf, then we know he's fake. But you don't have that. If it's a lynch a wolf or die situation, then that takes it off the table, and it says, no, if we think he's a wolf, we actually should lynch him. He's actually making a really good point for Yudai. And if you don't believe this, then you're also not going to believe this. He says she's a wolf. Like, if this is game over day if they lynch a human, then you would assume that he's freaking lying. Like, you would assume he's saying she's a wolf when she's not, and then they win. Which, again, why are you throwing Carrie under the bus today of all days if you really believe that this is a day where you win if you lynch a human? You should be doing it to, like, him. Or to... No, you can't do that. That's right, because he's the monkey. I would go for him. I think he's the easiest target, but...
君や義継君が本物ならね。
当然その前提で喋ってます。いいですか皆さん。僕が知ってるのは今狼を殺さなければ
Are you ever going to explain this?
に負ける瀬戸際だってことです。
Because I just don't understand how having 4 wolf votes, one's even a badger, and 4 human votes, how does the wolves automatically win? It's really just, unless you're just saying human defeat is sealed, but they're both gonna lose. Like, if you're saying mutual destruction is also bad. But because mutual destruction is bad, the wolves really shouldn't come forward, and they should just, you know, try to get a human lynch tomorrow without outing themselves.
僕を今日くくって人だと分かってその時にはすでに手遅れなんです。
This really is not a good argument, though. I really don't think so, because if this wasn't a crucial day, that's all the more reason to keep the seer alive. Like, it's not like it would be a good idea otherwise. You know, like, we can afford the mislynch, so therefore lynch the seer. I mean, you don't want to lynch the seer.
橋本さんは僕が怪しいと確信していて、皆さん、それは実質僕を信じるか、あなたを、皆さんは僕を信用
I mean, the emotional side of this argument
彼
is
を
good.
信用しているかもしれませんが、究極の二択を
Putting
選ぼう
forth
と
that
している
if you
自
lynch
覚はありましたか
a human, you lose, and I'm a human. That's a good argument to make. But it's actually a really good reason to say, if you don't believe this seer claim, you should vote for him, because he's probably lying about this, and therefore that's going to lose you the game. It's really like, instead of just being a normal strategy situation, if it's a do or die, it's do you think there's a greater than 50% chance that he's lying? If you do, you should vote for him. If not, you shouldn't. That's what it's now boiled down to, instead of a situation where you could test the view and lynch her and see.
彼がそう仕向けたことに同じように信頼今日僕を生かして香織さんをくくり僕が明日生きていられればメイコ以外の人を確定できればその時点で人の勝利は確定。狼が見つかった場合もう一日生き延びないといけないが
I mean, this is all good advice, but it's also things you should kind of take for granted. Like, you're the seer. Like, if you are the seer, you want the seer alive because they can view people. We know. That's why they usually don't try lynching a possible seer.
くくられる人は3人殺される人はあと2人これで殺戮は終わります。
If this is really a do or die situation, they could go for a full reveal right now. Which is, a full reveal is when everyone comes forward and says what their role is. Right now, the only hidden person is the bodyguard, which I think was dead. I think that was Tae. But that could remove another suspect if they went for that. Especially if, like, let's say the bodyguard is alive and it's Rukaku, but then nobody else counters, then that takes away that possibility that like she's the bodyguard or something, or anyone else. And it also takes away their ability to counter later, to claim it falsely.
僕を信じて生かしてくれれば。
橋本さん、正論に聞こえますけど、どうなんですか?
I'd like him to say what I'm saying. I mean, he's saying it's such a crucial day that we have to get a wolf today. Then this argument is, if you think he's a wolf, then that's the pick. You know, I mean, nothing he said changed that.
しまったな。メイコちゃんをつい人側でカウントしちゃってた。
橋本さんは僕を信用していない。 しかしあと1日は
This argument makes no
少なくとも生か
sense.
す必要がある
He's saying if we lynch a human, the game's over. Therefore, you should trust my view. But if he's lying, then that just goes completely out the window, and you lose the game if you trust his view.
いや
Thank you. Please, thank you. Oh, Yudai's my favorite. Seems like he's the only one that kind of thinks kind of like I do. Or plays kind of like I do, like just in general. Because like Mochi's Mochi's a really strong player, like better reader than I am, for sure. But Mochi plays very passively, and I don't do that.
何がです？
君の論はつまり今狼が4票持っているのだから狼3人は
Exactly.
誰だかわからない。君を
Exactly. Your argument it makes no sense. It's really important to get a wolf today, so therefore test my view and see if it's right. I mean, you're actually arguing the other side.
君の言葉をそっくり借りれば君だって究極の選択を
I mean, I think it was pretty obvious, Haraki. I think you just didn't think it through.
僕は確実に彼女が狼だと知って言っています。あなたの自信
It
が
doesn't matter. If you're lying, that percentage is zero. That's not a point. I mean, that's only from your point of view, but not everybody else is in your point of view. What matters is what do the other people think about the percentage that you're lying. Like I said, if they think it's over 50%, then you're the right lynch. Because you're the most obvious one that's going to be a wolf if they think you're lying. Because otherwise, who are your partners? It's hard to tell.
しかし他の人はもちろん10割では
Exactly.
見られないよね。多分気づいてるんだろう。今日の敗北を防ぐ誰でも納得できる唯一の方法は
Oh, this whole no lynch thing. I don't see how a no lynch is good, but the one good side of it too, I guess, is I'm talking about how the numbers are even. The even numbers is kind of weird. It's not really that helpful. So I guess you could see who the wolves, but then the wolves are just gonna like kill you. Like the only thing no lynch gives the wolves a kill. So you could argue that that's going to reduce the number of suspects, but it's not because they're going to kill someone that's cleared. And that just means the humans have less voting power because that would kill you. You can't vote or talk.
レイコちゃんを
Oh.
処刑することだ。
Oh, I didn't even think about that. All right, that's way better than a no lynch. They're right. That's the right pick. Yeah. That's dark though. Oh, poor Mako. I mean, the one thing that stops me from feeling kind of bad though is like it's pretty obvious that our minds like kind of been warped by the roll. So. Oh gosh. Oh. No, he's not wrong. It is way better than getting wolf lynch. Because we don't need her to win. I mean, like I've said this before too, not very often though, but in a normal werewolf game, this role, the sorcerer, like that's kind of their job, is to get themselves lynched instead of a wolf. That's why they usually false claim and stuff like that, so. And then you get another view from him, and then you get a little bit more info, the village. It makes sense. No, it is good. Don't kill Kaori at night, please. That is like so bad for your side. Make the village do it. Use her vote. Keep her alive. No, she doesn't. What? That's just because you've decided that. And also, if the problem with her keeping alive is she wants to kill him, he's a really great target to kill. I'm okay with, now that Yasu's dead, Yasu was the bad target. I'm okay with killing him tonight. Like, I'd rather kill him, but I'm okay with killing him. That's fine. And then have her just stay alive. Just tough it out a couple days, and then you can do whatever you want. What? I mean, it doesn't automatically get you killed. He's arguing for it, but that doesn't automatically happen. I mean, the one thing you learn, you see who the wolves killed. That's probably not going to help you very much. But you could also get Haruaki claiming another view, and that is more info. Like, he'll view Rikaku or you. This would be a good view. And then even if he was the real thing, you get that info. You also buy a day, so you actually do gain something from this, because they're arguing that whole numbers thing. Getting her gone actually buys you a mislynch. You could lynch her. Wait, no, lynch her and the wolves kill somebody. Actually, the numbers stay the same. Right? Yeah, you still have, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right now we have 4 on the wolf side, 6 on the other. You kill 1 on each side. That's 3 and 4. Remember 3 and 5? Yeah, 3 and 5. And then you mislynch, and then there's a kill. That's 3 and 3. So that would put you in the situation that Haruaki claims you lose. So yeah, you don't get yourself another day. You still have to lynch a wolf tomorrow. Yeah, but you do get a little bit more info. Like, you could see if Haruaki's claim sounds believable, you could see who they target, etc. But it's kind of just stalling. But it doesn't hurt you. Unlike a no lynch. Depends on if the bodyguard's alive. Do you think it's Tay, or are you just talking out of your ass? And also, Haruaki surviving a night and the kill not being at him, or that also gives him a little bit more evidence. It's like they've never even tried to kill him, except for that one night where Yasu was bodyguarded. They don't know who was targeted then. Yeah, that's the big question. That's the question. See, but here's the thing, though. All right, I just blanked out what I was gonna say. Okay, I'll just continue. There was a thought I had. I think it was a good point, but okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So he's arguing, like, here, this is a dumb point by Kyo. He's like saying there's no guarantee that the snake would survive. In fact, it's likely. That would be a good thing for you, though, because then if the snake was killed at night, I mean, it would kind of be bad, but it's much better than lynching him, because then you know he's telling the truth. And you didn't have to waste a lynch on him. Then you just lynch Kaori, and then you still have to find the other wolves, and that would be the hard part, but... Yeah, this is what he's saying. Like, but... Kaori, come on. Like, Kaori just wants to die so bad. It's freaking crazy. Really? You're gonna let everyone die because of this? I mean, I know, but she's like outed as evil. I know it sucks, but
今更すぎんだろ。もう3人も殺しておいてよ。
そもそもムジナがどうして狼に組みするのかだってわからないのよ。説得の方が先じゃないの。メイコ、狼を信じてはダメ。
she doesn't even talk to us.
お姉ちゃん嫌い。
So that's what I mean. She's like not the same. This is the thing that really kind of stops me from feeling bad about too much. It's like it's completely warped her mind, which is probably what it's doing to the wolves too. But it's clear with her because she doesn't even understand the rules. It's not strategy. She just is warped.
しっかりしなさい、メイコちゃん。あなたは人な。私死なないもん。
なあメイコ、君は狼に本当に味方す。
不正義さんのバカバカ。
It's like she's convinced we're human for some reason. Like that we're her enemy. Maybe because we claimed the snake? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's been like that from the beginning. I assumed that it was because she knew who the wolves were. Like she had a list of our names, and we were like on top of her name, top of her list. But apparently it's not that, because Haru didn't know who the wolves were in the first game, so, and she was the badger. I mean, this... As long as Kyori doesn't go crazy, okay, and like out us somehow, it's better for her not to be lynched. It really is. I mean, that's true, but you can just do that the next day still, and it's even better if somehow they lynch a human. Now, if it's between you and Kyori, obviously, because of the looping thing, we can't die, so we definitely want to be Kyori, and for every other reason too, because Kyori's, because it'll make you look good, and Kyori is unstable. Whoa. What did I just hit?
から提案をしよう。一つ、これからメイコを処刑するか、それとも。
They're gonna go Mako, and then I think you're gonna try to tell us who to view tomorrow.
二択を選ぶ。
I think that's what's going on. I think you're gonna say like view him, because I think that's the person that he probably has the worst read on. Like he knows her. Rikaku's hinted some stuff. She seems good, I think. We've already said we viewed her. He's really the unknown.
前者は延命、後者は究極の決断。もし前者が選ばれた場合、そのまま。
待ってよ。他の人に投票。
下手に票を散らすと、狼に収票されて、ひっくり返され、すでに人は一人も失えない状況なんだ。
Yeah. But one, he doesn't know that, and two, again, I don't get how he's instantly thinking the game's over if it ties up. Unless that's some magical rule, but I don't know how he would know about that if that's the case. Unless, what happened at the end of the first game, right? But they actually had a majority, I believe. When like Yasu and Tei and Haru were all alive. And then it was just me and Chiami. Was it just me and Chiami? I think it was just me and Chiami. There was nobody else? Or was Mako still alive? I think Mako was still alive, maybe. So maybe they just get special privileges or could just go and kill people after that. You just argue your case tomorrow.
もう一つ、すでに実質的にはそうなっていますが、 司会は橋本さんがすべきでしょう。
Obviously, he was just testing you with putting you in charge.
異論がなければそうしよう。では最初の投票を取る。
春明様、筆を。
I mean, you could talk it over more and make sure all the humans vote together, especially when you think it, like you can debate before voting, you know? They pretty much never do that, I guess to keep the surprise of who people are going to vote for. But in real world, it's not like, you know, you can't talk about your votes and then you just have to vote in order, you know? It's kind of without talking about it beforehand. Like, this is actually the point where the humans can split up because they're not doing that. Like, they're all just gonna vote however they feel like instead of having a consensus.
それではメイコちゃんを処刑。
待ちなさいよ。
Oh, God. So she's gonna claim as a wolf. I mean, again, it's not the worst thing in the world, but she's probably gonna say, I'm a wolf. I killed Yasu. I can't take anymore. Kill me. Because she's obviously can't take it anymore.
なんでしょう。
メイコをくくる気でしょ。みんな。
何か問題です。
そんなの困るわ。死ねないじゃない。
But her saying this also, like if you know she wants to die, it really increases the chance that we're throwing her under the bus, you know? That we're like in on it together and we're saying, hey, I viewed you as a wolf, you know? It's so different from a normal... A seer finds a wolf, the target usually doesn't confess. they argue, they claim the seer's lying, but she's just like, yep, it's true. Oh gosh.
それなら私は吉嗣を殺。
This is so heartless, but if she actually does it, that's good for us. It's really good for us.
安永みたいにおとなしく死んで。
Oh jeez. Okay.
相撲ですか。
アメリカンフットボールだよ。
American? Wait, what?
アメリカンフットボールだよ。
Football.
おふくろ、てめえ、おふくろに何？どけ、バカ者！ああ？
She's trying to kill you, buddy.
リカ子さん、縄を。
こっちを押さえます。
Mako, yeah, of course. But wait, hold on a second here. What? Wait, people were actually still voting on you? This is so weird. Because you said the only one that voted on Mako was Yoshi, and then you said Yoshi voted on Haru, so that's on the final vote. So it was tied between you and the one that freaking tried to kill her son in the middle of the feast? What? I assumed everyone would be voting on her. Who the hell was voting on you? The first time. To tie it up, it doesn't make any sense. Especially because once it gets the final vote of the same one, it's all one-sided. Okay. I think their logic broke right there. I don't think that makes sense. That half the people besides Yoshi were somehow voting on Haruaki to get it tied to go to the final vote. There's no way on earth that would happen. And then if they were, they'd still be split in the final. But okay, whatever.
だから一緒に
God, this is creepy, dude. If you go to the human element of this and you're thinking about, like, you're in Yoshi's spot, or even anyone else's, I guess, right? And, like, it's a mother being hung and begging your son to die with her. It's like, what the hell, dude? Like, poor Yoshi right now. It's brutal. Like that's like the shit like you see in a movie, like a serial killer's backstory, you know? It's like the mother hanging herself and begging the child to die with her, you know? I mean, that screws you up for life, dude. Or could, at least. That's awful, dude. You shouldn't even be here. This is brutal.
妻子君に同様のことを織部香織苦しい思いを
よしすぐよしすぐよしすぐよし
Yeah, people could pick up on that. You give a knowing look to me. Like, Mochi's gonna see that. He's seen everything. You die will probably see that. Because now he's thinking, oh, are they both wolves? Is that possible? I really like his character.
人を殺しちゃったよ
What? Did you push him off, or you, like, how is this more you killing him than anyone else? Brutal, dude. Oh, and that both happened today. The same freaking day, dude. So he wakes up this morning, he finds his brother dead. Then he finds his mom being accused. Then his mom freaks out and tries to murder him. Then his mom is taken to be killed, and while she's doing that, she begs him to die with her. Jesus Christ. Not all of it, for sure. She definitely wanted to die. She made that clear. I mean, that really wouldn't have been that much worse. I mean, it's basically the same as it's been said, that we would have just pushed it back a day, but it would have been worse for her. And I guess it would have been worse for us. That's true, because there was a chance that then they just lynch us tomorrow. Which ends our... We loop back. It ends our life. To where this, now we should not be lynched tomorrow because Yoshi's going to get the view. We're obviously not going to kill Yoshi. But I mean, see, this is the thing. Yudai's going to read this. Yudai's going to figure this out. It's like such a big tell. That if the wolves are really alive... they would kill Yoshi tonight. All right, the wolves are alive. That's not what I mean. If we were the real seer, the wolves aren't us. They're going to kill Yoshi to keep up the possibility that, like, there's no reason not to kill Yoshi. All right, we want Yoshi dead to make 100% sure that she can, or he can come forward tomorrow and say that she was a wolf. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious she was a wolf, but still. Like, because we're a wolf, we want Yoshi alive tomorrow. But because of that, the fact that Yoshi's not going to die tonight puts some heat on us. Like, it kind of... Like, you die, someone smart can figure out that, we purposely kept Yoshi alive to get this info. Let's see where we are at time. Alright, this is a good stopping spot. So I'll stop it here. Till next time.